Haley, I had so much fun talking to you about self-love last time. I want to go a little deeper and talk about support, but let's lighten things up a little bit and do over some espresso martinis.
Those are literally my favorite, and I am so in.
Haley, self-love is so important, but having a strong community is just as important too. How do you decide how you want to be supported?
Been working as much as I have, I've been really lucky to find people in this industry that I've been able to confide in and get advice from, and it's been a really incredible experience having the support system here with people who do what I do and understand what I'm going through and understand.
Is this vanilla?
This is like a whole mixture of things. It's an espresso martini mix, so no promises that this is going to be very good, but we're going for it. It smells good though.
What are some things that you would say makes you feel the most supported?
Just recently on set, I was filming a pretty emotional scene, and one of the girls there just, that's enough. I think that's enough. One of the girls there was so lovely and just created such a safe space for me in the room to feel everything I was feeling for the scenes, and that was a great thing and a great support that I didn't know I needed on set specifically. And then having people from like my mom just available anytime I need to call her, helping out with anything I need help with. My managers are like the greatest people ever, and like they're there with any phone call that I have.
Would you say part of having a support system is somewhat wanting to feel safe?
100%. It's calling and having those people that you feel safe to be any version of you around, no matter what you're going through. And I've been really lucky to build that while I've been here.
I think part of being vulnerable is feeling safe and wanting to be safe.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think it's harder to be vulnerable if you don't
Feel safe.
feel safe. Yeah, exactly.
I think my support system has taught me what are the things that I need to feel that safety. What are some like adjectives that you would say you can describe that safety in?
Comfort, warm, and reliability.
This is so good. I love a good espresso martini.
This is really good, actually.
How did you learn how to even make espresso martinis?
I was a bartender at a restaurant for a while. Yeah.
Tell me a little more.
Well, I worked there for over 6 years. They didn't let me do anything but hosting for a little bit. And then when I finally moved up to serve, we had to make our own drinks. And whenever we'd have big banquet parties or big parties in our banquet room, I'd be serving them, and we're our own bartenders. So I'd be making like 40, 50 drinks. And it was so much fun.
What's your favorite drink?
I love an espresso martini.
Of course, classic.
I love a French 75.
French 75. My love.
Girl.
It's my go-to drink every time.
It's so good, right? It just, oh my gosh, it's refreshing, it's delicious. Anything with gin, whiskey sour.
Yeah, I love a good wine too.
Wine is amazing. Are you red or white?
Red. I love how it makes me feel sexy.
It really does. The hangovers are the worst though. I will say.
How would you say you've made decisions to choose the right support system?
I think it was kind of trial and error in the beginning, because I think I always like to just jump in and trust people right away. And sometimes it's not always for the best. Some people don't actually have your best interest at heart. And as I've been working more, I've been really able to kind of tell right off the bat who's good, who I want around me, and creating those boundaries is difficult with the people you don't necessarily trust. But at the end of the day, kind of like what we talked about, you have to be happy with your choices at the end of the day. And I want to go to bed knowing that I'm going to wake up and be able to talk to people that support me and want me around and actually are rooting for me. And it's such a competitive industry, but there's room for everybody. And I think when you find those people who agree that there's room for everybody at the top, it's so much easier when you take out any kind of jealousy or competition, and you just have those people who want you to succeed as well, and you want them to succeed. And it's hard to find those people, but when you find them, they're for life, and it's really great.
How would you describe your village?
My village is growing every day, and it's incredible. I have my support system in my village back home, like my mom, my best friends, and my family. And here I've created a wonderful village of very supportive actors and people in this industry. But also something I have found is that my village expands all the way to the people who are fans of my work and people who are consistently showing up and watching these shows and supporting me in ways that they may not even realize is helping me feel so empowered in this industry. But their comments, their messages, their constant just, hey, I'm here, I'm ready for your next thing, where is it? That is the coolest way to feel like I am just so secure in where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I think part of self-love is also choosing the right people to have around and to support you. It's beautiful to see that you have such a great village and that you also can attribute some of your growth to your fans. What would you say has been one of the biggest challenges this year?
One of the biggest challenges I faced this year in the realm of personal growth is learning how to set those boundaries that I've always been afraid to be setting, and saying no and believing in myself enough to know that my voice matters and deserves to be heard. And that was a big challenge, especially at the beginning of the year. But now I feel really comfortable being me. And
How do you celebrate yourself?
I celebrate myself by I used to talk down or minimize my accomplishments a lot. And I've had the experiences where I'll go home and I'll go to lunch and someone will come up to me and say, oh, how's your little show going? Yeah. And yeah. And I used to think like, oh yeah, no, like it's cool. It's no big deal though. It's just whatever, but I'm going to keep doing it. But now I'm like, actually, it's a fantastic part of my life, and no one gets to minimize that. And so I've really started to celebrate my accomplishments, big or small. And I've noticed that everything is big because everything takes you to another part of life you wouldn't have been to otherwise. And I always love to spend a little more money than I should and take myself shopping and take myself to nice dinners and
treat yourself.
Treat myself.
Love yourself, romanticize yourself. I think it's beautiful. Haley, I had so much fun talking about self-love, community, village with you. I'm wondering what's next for you. What's in store for this year?
Well, this year has so many exciting things happening. I have some more reel shorts I'm filming. I have a movie coming out, a horror movie that I'm really excited about. And I think it's going to come out really well. And I can't wait to watch that. I have a book that'll be getting published. And yeah, some more exciting acting things coming up. But really, this is going to be an incredible year that I can't wait for.
Well, I enjoyed our conversation so much, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to love the book.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for coming today, and I really enjoyed our conversation.
Thank you. To growth.
Before I let you go, there's a tradition we have here at ReelTalk. I'd love for you to take a Polaroid.
Cute.